Hey, what's going on everyone? Meatwagon here. Today's Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. I don't really like turkey, I like ham, but Happy Ham Day doesn't really sound too good, so we'll stick with turkey. So, Happy Turkey Day, everyone. This will be the last video in that first strategy series for Kino on the left side loop. It seems that I did this early on. It was one of my first maybe 10 games since when Black Ops came out, and just getting around to uploading the last bit of it. Seems that everyone has gone to the right side loop now because it's wider. It's a lot easier to run that one. Of course, I picked the most challenging side to do my loop on initially, and you can see this area here. You'll see what I did was I just tried to capture, you know, what one loop looks like every couple of rounds or so to try and show you the progression as we go along. And you'll see it cut between rounds. And looking back at this video now, I saw that I got the Thunder Gun and upgraded it to the Zeus Cannon about, I don't know, round 15 or so. And from that point on, I kind of struggled with my secondary guns. You can see here I have the Law Rocket. The box was pretty good to me, giving me that Thunder Gun, which it was the first time I was using it, other than when I did my walkthrough of the older maps that were upgraded. But other than that, I just kept either buying guns off the wall or trying to get something out of the box. So I had a lot of ammo problems. This will be a good example of what you can and can't do when you run out of ammo. It's kind of tough to kill zombies with no ammo. I didn't do very good on my managing of my points, but this is to show you the harder side, the left side loop. You saw the first couple of videos, which was the starting strategy, and this is just what you can expect to see through the middle rounds, getting up into the 20s and 30s. This map here, I think, now looking back on this and looking back at everything I've done since this point, it's kind of easy. It's actually an easy map if you run maybe 2 or 3 players and you stick with one of these strategies, probably using the right side loop. I'll show you a little bonus clip at the end of this video of a 2-player game that Spiderbite and myself ran the other night, and I tell you, even towards the end of this game, you can see I start acting a little bit goofy because 4 hours into a game, you start to get too tired, and it really, for me, it's not that much fun anymore when you're so tired. It's the middle of the night and stuff. Leading up to these rounds, it's a blast, but when you start going past 4 hours, it starts to get just a little bit ridiculous. So. And that the bonus clip you'll see, I want to say that was what, from 7 p.m. I started at about 7 p.m. and ended at about 1 a.m. And I didn't give up, actually died, but you know, off your game a little bit at that point. I think this one here, this round kind of shows the power of the Zeus Cannon. You see I get stuck on the stairs here, and that's the good thing about the Zeus Cannon over the Wonder Waffle. If right there, this was a game where I had the Wonder Waffle, like in Doris, and I fired it on the stairs there, I would have shocked myself, I would have disabled my jug, and I probably would have been in a lot of trouble. So that's the only reason I really like the Zeus Cannon better, because I like carrying it in close quarters, and when you get stuck, you just fire it, and it'll clear out your path, and away you go. But you can see here, I'm trying to get them collecting up, and I'm killing some of them, but some of them I'm just actually knocking back, and they get back up off the ground and come back after me again. And if that was the Wonder Waffle, you'd actually kill them. You'd kill, I think 15 at a time or something like that. So each gun has its good parts and its bad parts, but since the Waffle's not in this, we're stuck with the Zeus Cannon, man. So yeah, I probably now at this point just utilize the strategy, but don't use the left side. Like I said, in hindsight, the right side has less choke points for you to get hung up on, and it's a lot easier route. But you can see, even if even if you're careful and you don't make too many mistakes, you can use this left side. It's just tighter. Like this area here, I like to... Usually I switch to my thunder gun or whatever my power weapon is, and I get through this area. You don't want to dilly-dally on these stairs here, because they come up from this other direction, and they'll just trap you in there. There's nothing you can do. I do... Since this, I have gone down a few times in there, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really recommend using the left side anymore. Just use the same strategy, but go up the stairs around the right side. If any of you guys have seen our latest videos on Next Gen Tactics doing the 2-player strategy, you'll see that we're running the right side strategy now. So, but like I said, this was early on, and it was my, I don't know, one of my first 10 games, I think, and I made it to round 36. Spoiler alert. And I think I was running around without ammo for, I don't know, at least one full round, and then the next round, half the round. And like I said, after 4 hours and you're running around with no ammo, you know what, you almost kind of give up on yourself. So that's what's cool about playing with 4 players. It's so much harder playing with 4 players. You don't tend to go, 4 to 6 hours into the night. So I don't think that you'll ever get bored playing with 4-player. 1 and 2-player, it's just a little bit too easy on this map, and but on 5 it's a little bit different. The map 5, I think that I'll probably run some stuff on that now, or some more stuff. I got a few things up on it, but you'll see that that's a lot tighter quarters. It's definitely a harder map. It costs a lot more money to open everything up, and like that lab area and the 2 different elevators. It's a lot more difficult to run on that map. 1, 2 players, 3, 4, whatever, however many players you got. So strategy's definitely going to come into play on that. It's not going to be like this, just a full-blown loop that you can just run around forever as long as you want, as long as you have enough points. In the 2-player strategy, I was able to build up, I'd have probably about 50,000 points able to be used at any point in time. So ammo was never a problem. You could buy any gun you wanted. You could upgrade it at any time. We started using the strategy of, kind of like we did on 5, at the very beginning of the round, we would start on the stage, okay? And as soon as it looked like we were going to start to get overwhelmed, we'd just teleport up into the projector room. All the zombies would stay right around the front of the stage area. We'd bombard them with grenades, and then we'd spawn in at the pad and then start making loops. And then maybe about midway through the round, when the teleporter had cooled down, we'd get it linked up just in case you needed to escape through it, or it would be ready for the next round. And that's a pretty solid strategy. I think that if I was to put everything together on the Kino map now, of from this video series, from the 2-player video series, running the left and the right, using the teleporter, doing all that stuff, I could probably summarize it all by saying I think that 1 and 2-player strategy would be to start at the stage, jump up into the teleporter, go up into the projector room, bombard them with grenades. As soon as you spawn back in, start making your laps around the right side. So when you spawn back in at the pad, you'll go up the stairs to the right, past the couch, down the stairs into the speed cola room, get through the dressing room, and you're back to the main stage. The choke points you want to watch out for using that strategy would be when you get through the short stairway coming from the main stage up into the lobby area. Watch that area there. Look at this guy. Oh, nice little juke move there. Yeah, see, even with no ammo, I ran into him. He was blocking the door. I backed up. Luckily, there was not a whole mob right behind me. Then I was able to just get around him. So, again, the choke points, like right here. This is a choke point. Get through that area. You're going to be going straight up into the lobby. Turn around, spend about 10-15 seconds right there, gunning them down as they come through that choke point. Get yourself upstairs, past the couch, turn around, spend about 5 seconds there shooting back, get down into the speed cola room, spend about 5 seconds or so if you're running the MP40, buy the ammo off the wall, shoot a little bit there, and then get through the dressing room, because the dressing room, there's 2 windows in there and they drop down from the ceiling. And there's a really tight corner there, so if you're running 2-player, you could get hung up. So don't spend any time in the dressing room. Get by there, get onto the stage, shoot back into the dressing room, and rinse and repeat. And that's a good solid strategy for any solo or 2 players that want to try and get up into the high rounds. I think we got to about 150 in the world with our run the other night. We did it on the live stream, but we had some technical difficulties. The secondary computer that runs the live stream kept crashing for some reason, and obviously we were both pretty busy. Oh, look at this. What a noob. I didn't even know where this barrier was, and I lit it and I saw that it only protected this corner, so I went ahead and ran through the barrier and I sat in here for a while, and then I ended up having to run back out of this barrier here. So you can see that this was still pretty early on in my quest for high rounds, because I didn't know exactly what and where all the barriers were. So anyway, like I was saying, so we did that on the live stream. We got to about 150 in the world. I don't know if there's any hackers or glitchers above us, but it was pretty good. You know, our quest was for 50, but when we got to about 38, we knew that there was no way, time-wise, that to even go for that. It's just way too long. It's way too long. But if you guys want to try and post up a good score, that's a good, solid 1- and 2-player strategy for you guys to do. Exactly what I said. Start on the stage, teleport up, come back down, spend a limited amount of time at each of those locations, and spend no time getting past the couch and getting through the dressing room and back to the stage. And then midway through the round, make sure on your way through the stage you link the teleporters. That way, in the high 30s, you probably are going to hit the teleporter at the beginning of the round and midway through the round. And that'll help a lot. It helps with points too, because you buy the 4 grenades for 250 points and you get a lot more than that for the 4 that you throw, because there's a lot of zombies down there. So that'll be probably it, unless later on we run a 4-player strategy on this. I'm going to focus on the 5 map and a lot of multiplayer stuff. I want to try and get in some search and destroy. So this is it here. This is the end of my solo run of 36 right here. I just get trapped. I've got no ammo, no nothing. And I'm going to show you my little bonus clip here. This was just a little lap that me and Spider was running. This is level 41, 2 players, and I'm running, I've got a non-upgraded MP40 here. Basically just shooting back into the crowd, you know, maintaining my points. Not really doing enough damage to take any zombies down. At this point, I think it's pretty much, if you had only 1 zombie, it might take all the ammo out of the MP40 to put one down, shooting for the head, if you're lucky. So that was fun, but again, it was a super long game, almost too long for us. So anyway, guys, look forward to some stuff on the map 5 and some multiplayer stuff. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.